Good evening. It's not evening, it's still morning. It's actually still morning. I am dressed for our check-in day at where are we staying? One of the endless summer resorts. And I have a mic now. I'm so excited. I hope this works. If not, then what's new? We are actually going to Flower and Garden before we go over there because check-in's not until 4 p.m. And today is opening day of Food and Wine, not Flower and Garden. I just like Flower and Garden the most. So this is my outfit for today. I am an outfit repeater because I work really hard on all of my outfits. I will repeat my outfits. Most of this outfit I wore to the oddities market, and I happen to just want to wear it again. I didn't like the way my shoulders looked in this though, so I took one of my like older styled things. This capelet was supposed to be for like a sailor outfit I made. It's been so multi-purpose for me. I've been using it as like a decoration for my skirts when my skirts are too boring, and now I'm using it as like a shawl. So this is great. Yeah, so I have my stuff packed up. I'm just waiting for my husband to wake up, and I guess I can show you guys what I packed because I think it's kind of essential for HHN stuff, right? I have not gotten to organize this bag yet, but that's my makeup box. It's kind of heavy. When we were in California, I had to repack that because it definitely weighed like 20 pounds, but I tried to put my lightest makeup in there today. It's just a 2-day trip. In this EV bag, I have some yarns and my glasses so I could cushion my glasses. But I have a couple yarns for when I'm standing in the queue. And also, oh, actually, I'll show you guys more of what's in there because it's presents. I have this bag full of goodies. So bracelet trading has been really, really popular at HHN for the past, I guess, year. And then this year they're bringing it back again, but I don't really feel like doing bracelets because I'm out of that hyperfixation. And I gotta really give my old yarn away. I'm probably gonna give it to my bestie because she's really into bead making right now. So I can't wait to see what she made. But yeah, I crocheted a whole bunch of little guys. I did originally plan on putting them in my market, but like I who knows when I'm going to a market. I almost feel like I'm out of the crochet hyperfixation. So maybe next year. I don't want to hold on to these for next year. These are super easy to work up. So I've got 9 little ghosties in there. They glow in the dark. I've got 9 candy corns in here. I've got 5 ducklings. And then I have 5 Pokeballs. I do plan on making more ducklings and Pokeballs eventually, but the Pokeballs are easy to make. It's the ducklings, like I have to sew the little beaks on, and then it's not like a super easy thing to work up because I actually have to count, and I don't feel like counting. So, yeah, I'm gonna give some of these away opening night. I'm so excited. You guys aren't gonna see this until post opening, but maybe I'll put it on my TikTok. We'll see. At this point, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to convey or if I'm even going to advertise that I'm giving anything away because, like, I don't know. It's fun. Anyways, let's get back to what I have in my bag. Right here, absolutely necessary. The new Freestyle cup. I love the colors. I love electric blue. It's so pretty. And then I have the lime green fan and the little bottle holder because my hands are always tied. I'm always like needing to move my hands around. So this is like the trio. I have my outfit for tomorrow, and y'all did get to see some of me working on this the previous week. I don't know. I don't know if it was. I don't. My brain is all over the place, so I don't remember. But yeah, this is my completed apron, and then the berets down there, and whatever. I have my bathing suit just in case we decide on going to Universal's Volcano Bay the next day. I got my ghoul friend because I want to be a good smelling glittery ghost. I have my little camera holder thing just in case. I don't think I'm going to need it, but just in case. Oh, my toiletries. More yarn just in case. Oh, my undies. Don't look at that. I have tons of plastic bags because we will inevitably get wet and we will inevitably have a bad time. So I brought 3 just for wet clothes and for like, I don't know, other like wet stuff. And then I got some shoes in there because I plan on wearing my demonias today, and just in case, well, actually I'm wearing flip-flops on opening night. It's going to rain, and to me, flip-flops are the comfiest. Got extra towels, extra clothes, jammies just in case I just feel like my normal clothes are too much, and it looks like that's all I've got in here for now. Oh yeah, and then we picked this up yesterday, and it's so cute. Like, look at it. We have some drinks in there. It's our breakfasts and a couple waters for after when we're really, really like tired, and the water is just Dasani, and we don't like Dasani. I also, in my like normal bag, I've packed 3 Ziploc baggies because it will inevitably rain. Like, it could be a small drizzle, but it's likely to be a really heavy storm. We've been having a lot of heavy storms lately, which is like, I love that kind of weather. It's very nice. It's very calming and all that jazz. But like, when you're doing Stay and Scream opening night, you want to be one of the first people through the house. It's just really nice to get that feeling again, right? So last year we got there a little bit later, but my best friend, they were in the front of the line because they got there pretty early, and they held a really good spot, and she was like trying to text us and get us to meet up with her, which was really nice. I don't feel comfortable doing line skipping, but like, it'd be nice to have hung out with her, right? And then it started raining, and because it started raining, we had to put our phones away because it was like not just like normal rain, it was pouring rain. And I wish I knew how to find that one video of the kid or whatever doing push-ups in the middle of it. Like, the other day I saw a video of a kid swimming in the Disney water in Tomorrowland, and I'm like, oh god, it's good rain. We need good rain. This state is a wet state, and last year was a very, very dry summer, so it's good to have this kind of rain. But yeah, it's gonna rain. So 3 Ziploc baggies. I think I might still do one of those like what to bring with you to HHN videos in my shorts. It's kind of a thing that I do. I've done it like 3 years in a row, and I didn't do it this year pre HHN because I'm just like over editing because like I've done like TikTok for 4 years, and I'm just kind of over it. But like, I think I might still do it just in case, because I think it's like a little fun tradition that I have, even though it's not really a tradition. It's just one of those I want other people to have a good time videos. So I'm just waiting for my husband to wake up, and we're gonna get packed for his stuff because I didn't pack any of his stuff. And then we're gonna go to Hollywood Studios first to get checked in because that's just the way our passes work. Check in over there and then hop over to Epcot. It is like almost noon, and so by then, like, the first rush of the crowds won't be there. So that's gonna kind of be nice. But it's always fun to see when things open, because when things open, it's just like the energy of opening days. Yeah, this is gonna be a good energy. But tomorrow, ooh, I'm so excited for tomorrow. We've made it to Surfside. We're here at Surfside. So we got lucky this morning with our reservations for Disney, because like we had to make that Hollywood Studios reservation because they weren't allowing us in like right away. So we were just gonna like park hop. But like, we got super lucky that there were some openings for Epcot this morning. So we just were able to go straight there and not have to ride the Skyliner and be super tired. Speaking of, it was melting hot. Like, the breeze was gorgeous. If you were in the shade, it was fine. But like, that sun was boiling. Like, I could feel the side of my face start burning a little bit. And I wasn't a fan of that. So I was lucky that I had my umbrella because I thought that it was going to rain. Great way to keep yourself cool is using your umbrella. It's for rain or shine. Like, I forgot my fan in the car. So like, I wasn't going to be able to like hold the fan in front of my face. So the umbrella works better sometimes. Anyways, we decided to come back early because I was like, I wasn't really feeling the food over there. And I wasn't quite hungry enough to eat because like I grabbed a few drinks and I got full off of them. So we decided to come over here. It's 8:30 now. We spent a good amount of time over there. So I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good on Disney for a little bit. So we're going to rest a little bit and then probably go over to City Walk, maybe Bob Marley's because we really like Bob Marley's, and get a little bit of food and then come back. Yeah. I'm laying down in bed and I'm kind of wishing that I brought my own blanket and my own pillows. I thought about it, but like at last minute I was like, I don't want to do all that work. I don't want to carry all up here. But these pillows aren't my pillows, and the blanket's not my blanket, and the blanket's very thin, and I'm going to be cold all night. Wow, the Hampton Inn.
See, I have Orlando over that way.
Oh, nice.
And then if you look
Ow! Look where I'm going. This thing hit me in the head. You looking?
Way, okay, if you come over here
Uh-huh.
and look way over that way, do you see kind of the green kind of like thingies over there?
The convention center?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can see the convention center way over there.
Yeah, that's true. Oh. MegaCon, February.
If you look real close, right over there, you can see a parking lot.
Wow.
Wow.
Bad news. Everything closes at like 10, so we weren't able to get anything. We went over and we got the lacto cooler, and then we went over to Pat O'Brien's, and their kitchen closes at 10. So we ordered Del Taco instead. We're gonna get fries and quesadillas and burritos. Also, one of my gauges, my little spirals fell out of my ear and it broke into like 3 pieces. I just lost the third one, but we still have one intact, so we're gonna keep a hold of that. But rats! Look, Ossifer, I tried to get all the makeup off. Hopefully my food's oily enough to get off the lipstick, but it's fries time. We're watching South Park. Hi, husband. We need this rest. Look at this quesadilla. Ooh, I didn't know that was that bad with cheese. Mmm, delicious.
This was almost $2.50.
$2.50. Mmm, delicious. Too many burritos. Oh, I'm so full, but I'm so sleepy.
You only had 2. I had 3.
You had 3 burritos?
Yeah, I had chicken.
You had chicken? That sounds like a personal problem. There's still one more burrito left. Good luck. I ain't eating that burrito. You gotta eat it. I think I'm just gonna go to bed after this. But I will say good morning to you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just too sleepy. Good night. Good morning. We are getting ready to go downstairs because I forgot my toothpaste. And I also forgot a lot of other things. And this is probably the worst prepared I've ever been for a hotel trip. But here we are. I have most of my outfit on, but I was like, I didn't feel like wearing the whole thing going downstairs. I wasn't able to sleep very well last night. I went to bed around like midnight, or no, like 1, 2 in the morning. I don't know, but like it was pretty early compared to normal. So because of that, I woke up early and I couldn't go back to sleep. I went downstairs, took a little lap around, came back up. That didn't wear me out. Took another lap around, grabbed some coffee, and usually coffee is like what does the trick for me. But surprisingly, it did not, because like at the same time my ring doorbell went off and then I started getting those morning texts from like businesses opening, those cold callers, all that. And then our neighbor so cheerfully started singing, and it's not their fault. They're having a great time. They're on vacation, but man, the walls are thin. So we're gonna go downstairs real quick, toothpaste, and then start getting ready. Here we are. I'm all set. I'm all ready. Don't know how I'm gonna do an outfit. Hold on. Let me see if I can show y'all in this mirror over here. All right. You can barely see it. But here is the outfit. Don't mind the shoes. Nobody's looking at my feet. You better not be looking at my feet. Here's my makeup. I don't know how close I have to be to do my makeup. Cute. I'm so excited. It looks like it's about to pour. Look at that. It's going to pour over there, but it's only projected to rain for like between 2 and 3, and we're not planning on leaving here until like 3 maybe. I don't know. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. So the worst of the rain is done, but it's still kind of raining. You definitely can't see it through here, but the skies are blue. It's supposed to be done in about 40 minutes. And because of that, we're going to leave now. I got my yarn. We're working on a project. Are you hiding back there? No? And we're going to get there. It's going to be like 3, probably around 3 when we get there, which is great because that's like an hour before Stay and Scream usually happens. And we're going to a new Stay and Scream area this year because they're not doing Springfield this year. And like we thought about the logistics, and I think logistically they're budgeting and they're saving on labor by not doing the Simpsons area. I totally get. So we're going to Lombard's. I think we're going to try to do Goblin's Feast. My best friend is already there, and then one of our other friends is going to meet us in about an hour probably. So it's time. I'm not bringing y'all in. I'm bringing vertical in. So if you guys want to see today, it's going to be on my shorts. So I'll see you guys when we come back. It is the end of the night. I am exhausted. My feetsies hurt. My makeup did a pretty good job sticking. My lipstick I have to redo, but like I'm going to bed. I'm not going to redo that. I kind of want to do like a ranking list of everything that we did today, but I don't feel like doing it right now. So I might do it tomorrow when we get home. That's what I want to do. Just kidding. My eyeshadow didn't really survive. I didn't have any of my primer with me. I used foundation for it. So yeah, obviously it wasn't going to make it through. Like you can barely, I mean, I have double eyelids, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm struggling to wash my face because I really, really, really want to go to bed. But also, everything here is white. And I don't want to leave my makeup residue all over everything because that's just rude. I'm going to stay up for like 15 more minutes, but then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow and I'll give you guys, like, we didn't do all the houses. We did a lot of houses actually, but not all of them. I think we did 6 houses and we got a couple food items. And so I'll just talk about it tomorrow. Good morning. It is checkout day. My voice hurts. I'm EP. I'm mostly packed. We just got some toiletries I gotta pack, but we're about to head out. Well, it's 10:06. We'll head out soon. We just gotta get final like sweep through the room to make sure we packed everything, and then we're gonna go home. It's been a vacation, a great vacation. It's always a great vacation with HHN around. I still got a lot of editing to do. How you feeling, champ?
A-okay.
So sleepy.
Very, very sleepy. It was a late night.
Goodbye, parking garage. Goodbye, view of epic. What is it? Goodbye, view of epic coaster. Epic universe. Goodbye, parking lot. Goodbye, graffiti. Goodbye, cable TV. Need to say hi to the dogs. Hello, puppers. Hello, puppies. Hello. Chica, you shut the door. Good evening. It's been over 24 hours and I don't know. I was just too tired yesterday and this morning. I'm finally getting around to this list. I wrote everything down yesterday and then I was like, "Oh, it's nap time." If you're wondering, this is a crochet hook that I bought on a whim sometime last year, I think. And it's really, really pretty. But the problem is I crochet with pencil grip. This is a 3.5 millimeter. Everything that's below like 8 millimeters, I use pencil grip. And because I use pencil grip, this is not comfortable. I bought it because I was like, oh, maybe I'll get back into crochet or I'll really enjoy crochet again if I bought myself a new pretty hook. It did not spark joy. So it's going to be my mic stand for right now. Also at work today, somebody told me that my hair was fire. And at first, because I'm in work mode, I'm not thinking about like internet lingo. I'm just thinking about what normal people would say. And I was like, my hair's on fire. And then I was like, wait, this person is relatively young. They're in their 20s. They're saying fire, as in like my hair looks great. So thanks to that person. You totally made my day. I did something a little bit different with my hair, but that doesn't matter. This is my work hair. I wrote down a list of everything, right? And the thing is, I don't feel like talking about the whole entire list. It's just too much to talk about. I'm not an HHN content creator. I just happen to really enjoy HHN. And I just want to talk about the day and not talk about like each individual thing that we did because that's just too much yapping and I don't want to yap. I've already yapped for too long. Every year for HHN opening day, we try to do Stay and Scream and we normally do Springfield, but the rumors were true. Springfield was not a scare zone or Stay and Scream area this year. So we heard about the Lombards one, and because Lombards was closest to one of the houses that we wanted to prioritize, we just chose that. The house being Goblin's Feast, and honestly, the Lombard Stay and Scream is so much more pleasant than I could ever have imagined. It's actually kind of more pleasant than the Springfield one. I think last year's Stay and Scream for Springfield was pretty rough though because of Last of Us being back there. This Stay and Scream, there's a lot of cool, chill areas. It didn't rain. The weather was very, very breezy. There was lots of shade. We didn't have to get in line right away because the only like IP house that was back there was Monsters. We waited like a grand total of like an hour to get both of those houses knocked out. There wasn't any food back there. Definitely suggest eating before you go to the Lombard Stay and Scream. One of my favorite parts about Universal is how open they are to doing like vegan and vegetarian options, because they almost always, every single cart has a vegetarian option. It's not always just vegan, but it's almost always a vegetarian option. And mocktails. I got the Black Cat Reprieve or whatever, and it was pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. I love how often mocktails have been popping up this year. I'm not alcohol free. I will drink, I will taste things, but I just don't like the feeling of the next day of being drunk. I don't like the way I smell after I drink. I don't like the way my body feels. I'm just not as much of a drinker as I was in my 20s. And so it's very, very nice to have somewhere I can go that doesn't treat mocktails like kids' drinks, like apple juice and soda. I don't want apple juice or soda. I want something creative made out of other things. I'm really, really enjoying this modern era in foods where people aren't being forced to drink to have a good time. Going back to the food after the houses, I got the pumpkin guts because I was like, oh yes, vegan foods, and oh my god, so I feel bad because I know it can be good. It has so much potential, but the guts part, like the squash and the zucchini that was like peeled on top, it was bitter. It just didn't feel like it was cooked all the way. And then the acorn squash, I think it was what it was. It wasn't flavored. I I didn't get the bit that had butter in it. My husband did, and I took like 3 bites, and I was like, I can't do this. I don't like this, and I feel bad because I know it's going to be good. It has so much potential because I know I've had it before when it tasted really, really good. So it just luck of the draw, I guess. I hope it gets better throughout the season. I'm sure it will. I know I'm not the only one that was like, eh. As a vegetarian, that was not a good option. It needs some salt. After that, we went to the Quiet Place. And the Quiet Place, oh my gosh, the food there is so good. I didn't want it because one, I had just bought an expensive food item that I didn't eat, and I felt bad for spending more money. All of the people in our group ended up getting something. So two of them got the corn chowder, and one of them got the baked beans. And they were all really good. I'm pescatarian. I'm not vegetarian, I'm pescatarian. I eat fish. So I was able to try the corn chowder, and oh my gosh, I wish it was the weather was a little bit cooler. This is going to be so good in October. Like I can't wait. Like I know I'm not going to go to HHN that often in October. However, I'm thinking about closing out HHN this year because it doesn't end until the 4th of November. And by then it's pretty cooled down. It's not like cold, but it's not in the like high 80s anymore. So I'm very excited to try that again in the hot, or when it's actually really cold. The baked beans one was pretty good. A baked bean. The baked bean was good, and it was sweet. I loved the mashed potatoes in it. I love the textures that was going on in it. But out of the two, I would say the chowder is probably my favorite, just because it's the savory option. I wasn't really looking for something sweet because the last food item I had wasn't savory, wasn't sweet. It was like it was bitter. It was sour, and not sour because sour is the opposite of bitter. It was bitter, and I just wanted something like savory, that something that would sit in my stomach well, right? Quiet Place food, really, really good. Very happy that we got to try it. Then we started walking around the scare zones a little bit because that's another part of my favorite parts of HHN. And okay, so Torture Fair, absolutely top tier scare zone. They have lady nights, and oh my gosh, that zone, like they did such a good job on the costuming. They did such a good job on the props and the sets. And I'm just so shocked at how good the costuming is. I want to like break down each of the costumes because like there's just something about them using the actual conical crowns. I don't know how you call them because I'm not into that part of historical fashion, but I know so many people are, and that there is a whole community that can tell you each piece of garment that they're wearing and how historically accurate they are. But I love how they like kind of did like a brocade thing. I don't think it was a brocade. They did do some kind of pattern on all of those costumes out there. That's going to be the first scare zone probably that I do like a full sit down and record every single scare actor that I can, like short reel TikTok, and it's just such a pretty scare zone. They have a plague doctor that walks around, and I don't know, I love plague doctors. There's something about like their costuming, their what they stand for. I've always wanted to do a plague doctor outfit for myself, make one myself, and I just don't know how to make the conical like mask, but it's just something that I've always been interested in. And anyways, there's one that's roaming around out there, and I was like, oh, such a good costume. And I made a plague doctor stuffy. Hold on, let me go get him real quick. He's not the cutest. I kind of messed up his mask. I kind of sewed him on wrong. But this is a little plague doctor guy that I made. My husband so kindly called him like the possum plague doctor, and like honestly, he's right. He kind of looks like a possum, but that's cute. I want to bring him to the scare zone and just walk around with him in my arms, because like honestly, I think the scare actors, like they can tell when you enjoy what they're doing. They enjoy that you enjoy the art of it. And like I don't know, it's just my way of appreciating the scare zone. So I also think I want to make some more just to sell eventually, but that's later down in the road. I think this might be like a Halloween project. Yeah, so like there's the lady knights, which is like buy panic. There's the male knights, of course. There's actually a knight that stands still for a while and he'll lunge out. It's almost like one of those like golden statue characters that you see in like big cities like New York. And I just thought that whole entire scare zone, I knew I was going to like that scare zone. I knew I was going to like it. And it's just so good. The music was good. They took out the daggone scream, and that was all they really needed to do was take that out, but they did so much more. They added more groans. They added kind of like a bardcore metalcore track over it. I can't remember all the music that was going on in there, but I specifically remember this really long groan, and it's just like, how long does it take somebody to die? That was such a good scare zone. I did have one interaction out there. I was like, just trying to like watch the stage show, because they actually do some really fun stage shows there. Somebody came up, they were in this like cute little cottagecore outfit, maid outfit, like way out in the countryside outfit. Very, very, very cute. And I looked at her and I was like, oh my God, so cute. And like she just screams, help me. And I just look at her, and because I am not a LARPer, I am not an RPer. I don't know how to talk to people in general. Like, I'm autistic. I can't do this. I already have, in general, a hard time talking to people. But, like, when you're asking me to act, I just freeze. I don't know what to do. So, like, I end up doing something like, because I didn't know what to do. And she just stood there for, like, an extra 10 seconds. And, like, please, I'm sorry. I don't know how to LARP. Please stop asking me to help you. And I feel so bad. She did great. Like, her costume was cute and she was working hard. And I really appreciate her trying to scare me. Thank you. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry that I'm awkward and autistic. Anyways, after that, we did Monstros, which I liked this Monstros way more than Hollywood's Monstros. I was able to remember much more of it. We had a lot more room for our sets, so that was really great. I loved the staging. I guess you can call it staging, or the stage. It was just really, really pretty, and I'm very happy with how pretty they were able to make it and all the puppetry that went into it. I think we got a little bit more puppetry in ours. I'm happy with how Universal is going with the puppetry work, because that is or was a dying art. And like, the Central Florida area has a large community of theater people. I think that puppetry falls under theatrics. I don't know. I was a music person. So it falls under that. It falls under the performance arts. And I think it's just one of those underrated arts, especially after Jim Henson passed. Like, it was one that was fading for quite a while, but it's starting to get popularized again. And I just think that's such a great way to utilize that side of performance arts. But yeah, so that was a really, really pretty house. Then we went to Demon Queens, and the outfit I wore was finished just in time for that scare zone. I really like that scare zone. I don't think it's number one at this point, but I do need to sit down and just people watch. Hollywood is usually my favorite place to people watch, because like everybody goes down that way, and it's just generally a lot quieter than the other scare zones, so I just usually sit there and enjoy the scenery and the sets. Then we took our ADHD break in Leaky Cauldron because I was having a really bad time. We went through the Blumhouse scare zone, and that scare zone, like, really, really, like, I knew I was gonna hate that scare zone. I forgot that there was like a tiny path, like, behind the food cart, so we were able to go through there. But like one of the stages is just close enough to the wall where if you're a little bit bigger, you can't fit through there. There's no room to go through there. So we just didn't go through there just in case somebody else wanted to come in through that side, and that would create another bottleneck. Yeah, so the first time we all forgot that we could go behind the food carts, but the second time we started doing that, and I think that's just the way we're going to have to do it no matter what, because that scare zone is just photo op city, and I get it. It's a popular thing. I get it. So, not a scare zone for me. Then we went over to Major Suites, which was really, really good. I don't remember too much of it, but I do remember really enjoying the set design, the costumes. There was only like one, two, maybe three characters that had vintage-esque costumes. I wouldn't say that they were bought off of Amazon because I don't think they were. It was the Miss Treats character that had the 50s, 60s retro design dress. So I just have to like remember what they look like. I remember the wig wasn't as good as the Scare Zone wig. And I don't know if they just didn't hire somebody to do wig work. I don't know. I need to look at other people's videos to remember, but like I don't have a 1 through 10 because we didn't finish all the houses, but I don't think we have a top house and we don't have a low house because like they were all good in their own aspects, and it's one of those like I have to keep on running through them to know exactly what I like. So yeah, Major Suites was okay. Then we did Slaughter Cinema, and Slaughter Cinema was also okay. I don't remember too much of it. I remember going through the heavy metal one, and it was only like a 2 second long. Like I'm ADHD. I think that was a little bit too ADHD for me. Like most of the scenes didn't last long enough for me, and I think it's just because like maybe it was the first time through. The second time through, when there's more of a conga line, because I think we ended up going and like being able to zoom through it a little bit. We got really lucky with our queues, but my husband's also really good at watching the app, so we almost never have to wait more than 40 minutes for any of the houses because he's really good at watching it. So Slaughter Cinema was okay. Then we did no, we didn't do Insidious. We did the Insidious egg dish. I don't remember what it's called, but it had shakshuka on it, and that was delicious. I'm gonna say like all the foods that we like had today were hot foods. Like they were definitely fall foods, and they were planned for like cooler weather. And luckily, it was cooler weather when we went. If it was like last year, these dishes would have absolutely flopped. Like these are dishes that you want to eat to warm your body up. The egg dish, like the tomato on the shakshuka is a little bit spicy, which I love that. It's not too spicy. I think I can see people complaining about it being spicy. To me, it was just a perfect amount of spice. The egg was like a little bit overcooked for my husband's liking. I don't mind. So that was a really, really good dish. And we're probably going to get that one again next time we go because of how good it was. Probably that one and the shrimp one, or the shrimp chowder one. And then we finish it off with A Quiet Place, which we wanted to do at least one a house that was an IP. And I'm glad that we did that one because it was a really pretty house. I didn't catch anybody doing ASL, but I think it was because I was in the front. No, I was in the back, so I missed a lot of the scares and all that. The party in front of us, surprisingly, was pretty quiet, but the party behind us screamed a lot, and so I don't know how that's supposed to work out. And also, I think them not using voices in the house really changed the pace. All the other houses has like a voice overlay or a narrator, or like some when their scare actor pops out, it usually has somebody saying something. But anytime there was like a dangerous scene, there was no sound. The only sound that you did hear whenever there was like a dangerous scene was the cochlear implant thing. I think, was it in the cochlear? I don't know. The hearing aid, whenever that made like that loud screeching sound, that was the only human sound that you would hear in the house. So I thought that was a really interesting concept, and I really enjoyed how they implemented that. I've been talking for so long. This video is going to be very, very long, but it's probably going to be the only one that I do of like this forever, maybe until next year. I'm probably going to be done talking about HHN. No, that's a lie. I'm not going to be done talking about HHN, but I will probably not be talking as significantly about HHN as I have been the past 2, 3, 4 years. I think next week we're gonna get back into crafting. I have a coworker that has asked me to like make something for them. The ghosty shirt. I don't know if I was wearing that in this video, but one of my coworkers would like to commission me, and we're around the same body size, so I think that would be really nice to like try to make it for her and like put myself out there and make it like, okay, so this is how it feels to do this kind of thing and all that jazz, right? I think it's going to be back into sewing mode for a little bit. I'm kind of burnt out on crochet. I did too much crochet. I have so much to upload. That's all coming on out on the 13th, which is less than 2 weeks from now. All right. I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to say goodbye. Bye-bye.